So the next video in my basics sort of collection, I've just done a video on the tank and what that actually is and what that means. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. So what I decided to do next was to do a video on basics again around what is an RDA. So an RDA is a rebuildable dripping atomizer, much like this Twisted Messes RDA that I've got sat on there below. It is a rebuildable dripping atomizer, which means that you rebuild the deck section with the coils and then you drip juice onto the coils with cotton in, so that then they wick up and produce vapor for you to inhale. It's very, very straightforward. What it is it's I suppose the best way of describing it is a larger version of the coil head or the atomizer head which exists in a tank. So coils are wrapped around a screwdriver or a drill bit or some sort of circular device, circular thing, and then a current goes through those coils, heats up like a heating element in a toaster or a light bulb filament, and vaporizes your juice. But you then have to create the coils yourself, install them into a deck which has posts, which have holes in the posts, as I will show you in the close-up feature, but you can see the posts. Without further ado, let's dive down and have a look at a close-up of a couple of RDAs that I use at the moment and take one apart just to see how it actually works. Cool, thank you. So what is the RDA actually made up of, and what does it consist of? So a typical traditional RDA is made up of several different components. There is, if we look at it from a whole to start with, you start off with a 510 pin, like your tank, which is where it connects with the battery or the device which you're using. Then there is airflow, which comes in and hits your coils in there. Then there is a top cap of some description and some sort of drip tip. This is a large bore chuff cap or chuff style cap which pops off like that. Then you have airflow control which pops out. This one can be set up for dual airflow or dual coil airflow or single coil, and that hits the coils in there. So if you set it up with the slicey piece just covering one side, then you can set up for one single coil in there. Or if you set it up for dual coil, you turn this wider open and then you have airflow going to both sides. So you take that out, then you have what's called the barrel section, which is just a piece which holds everything together like that. And then you have the actual build deck, as it were. Now this has a pair of dual coils, so these are Clapton coils which have been put in here. This atomizer has 4 posts, so you have positive and negative posts. So the center pin is one post, and then you have 2 other separate posts at the sides, and then you just feed your coils and the leads of your coils into the post holes to allow it to conduct the electricity. What you would then do is then you see the juice well at the bottom. That's where you put your cotton. So you put your cotton through the center of the coils and then drape it, I suppose, into your juice well, and then the juice will wick up through the cotton, hit the coils and produce the vapor. But yeah, there you go. So that is a very simple RDA. You've got various other different types, but they all operate under much the same sort of principle. You have things like this Twisted Messes RDA. Again, this one it's exactly the same principle. You have a drip tip or chuff cap on the top. You have airflow which comes in from the sides, both sides, which can be adjusted by turning this ring. Then you have a build deck with, this one has grub screws or hex screws in the top, and then you have your cotton which goes through, as you can see. Sorry, there we go, which goes through, as you can see, and then allows you to wick the juice and creating vapor. There we go. Other RDAs have different types of airflow, different types of drip tips. This is a tugboat. This has a 510 drip tip, so you could fit other drip tips on this that you might put onto a tank. But as you can see, all very, very similar setups. They've got a 510 pin, they have airflow, and they have a drip tip, and this will come out and then you can vape it. Again, you've got other devices which have slightly different setups. So this is a freak show, but this one has a built-in drip tip. It's quite a small device, this particular one, but that's because it's designed more for flavour. But yeah, so that's how you well, that's what a typical atomizer looks like. Let me show you just one more, just as an example. This is a fishbone atomizer, or RDA, and this one, as you can see, has a glass top cap, but you have your coils, you have airflow this time at the bottom, so at the base you have your 510 pin and 3 posts with 3 post screws for you to clamp your wires down. But yeah, okay, let's go back up to normal view, and I'll talk to you some more. So that was the close-up portion of my a couple of my RDAs, the Troll and various other ones. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at those. I hope it's been useful. I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more videos. I think I said in my first one I'm going to look at regulated devices, unregulated devices, what the difference is between the two of them, just so that you beginners out there can have a bit more of an idea as to what it is that you're vaping on, what it is that you're actually buying. And I suppose it's a case of giving back a little bit of information for people. As I said again in the first video that I did of these sort of basic series, you see lots of vape videos around, experienced vapors, people who have loads of experience using these sorts of products, have been using them for years and years and years. And some people just want to know how to use a simple vape and to actually get started. So look, that's what I wanted to try and do with this series. I hope people enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. Please like, please subscribe. Oh, and I will be doing part 2 of the vlog soon with the results of the giveaway. So please make sure that you go onto that video, watch it, like it, ask any questions and comments. The aim was 250 views. I think we're up to nearly 200 now, which is great. But look, thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again soon.